So that part was nothing but the investment side. So now what I want to do is I'm going to open it up for any questions as it relates to the investment side. The second part of this, we'll be talking about the marketing side, meaning if you want to recommend someone, if you want to help somebody go from rich to wealthy in a proven system, okay? Proven, right? So I'm going to go ahead, change this to Q&A. And if you have a question, just hit *6. I'll be more than happy to answer that question for you. If not, we'll continue on. I like it like that. Thank you so much. I'm going to. All right. So thank you so much for. I mean, I guess when people have questions, and hopefully I'm covering. My whole entire approach to doing my presentations is because I want to make sure I answer every question that you had prior to getting on the call. And so because I've hit these questions for the last three months, so I don't really expect any questions because I try to be very thorough when I deliver the information so that you can make an informed decision. Also, do note this. So people go, every week that you wait by not participating in Atlantic Global Asset Management, you're not losing 90 euros or 2,430 euros. That would have cost me, that, you know, as a matter of fact, because I started 3 months later, that $1.9 million that I was making per week, multiply that times 12. I lost over literally almost $24 million. I lost over $24 million. I could have used that for something. When you probably you could have too, right? I lost $24 million because I was so resistant to the information. I want to kick myself in the butt sometimes, but that's okay. So now, what I'm going to do is talk about the side that most people hate, right? I thought I hated it too. But guess what? I've learned to say, you know what? What's the point of not helping your fellow man or woman? If you can, once you help yourself, share. So what Atlanta Global Asset Management has done is they allow you and I to share this wonderful opportunity with others across the world, right? We have carte blanche. Whatever it is you want to achieve, whatever it is you want to do, it's not a question of if, it's just a matter of when. So I'm going to get right into this here, and we'll be going back and forth, and we're going to talk about QuestraWorld. So here's our office here. They're in Madrid, Spain. Here's their address. Here is their 4 phone numbers, right? And here are 3 emails. So if this is a scam, why would they have so many phone numbers and 3 emails and stuff like that, right? Also, too, I said this a couple of days, I think yesterday's call, that when you go to the website, I have a friend of mine who actually owns his own company in Switzerland. And when I shared this information with him, he goes, Sean, do you know that Atlanta Global Asset Management and QuestraWorld uses enhanced security and enhanced SSL? I'm no, I don't even know what enhanced SSL is. I thought it was just HTTPS. That's just I've been out of the industry for about 10 years. But he goes, oh, enhanced SSL means they check you like a microscope. Everything must be signed off at the C-level. C-level means Chief Executive Officer, Chief Financial Officer, right? Chief Information Officer, right? It has to be signed off. Everything has been verified. Your address, your phone number, your everything, your net worth, everything is checked. He goes, how do I know? Because I went through that same process. So I thought this is something that I would share with you that you can share with people on the phone call. I said, man, that's nice to know. I'll use it and I will let you guys know. So I'm sharing with you that when you see the lock like this, along with HTTPS, the lock means enhanced SSL. Atlantic Global Asset Management has passed the litmus test for being a legitimate, bona fide business. Okay? That's awesome. So here is the CEO Jose Manuel Gilbert. There's a write-up on him. He's done a lot of things, managed a lot of companies, and this guy, man, is Big Willie style. You see him in some of the videos. He don't mess around. He's living a life of luxury. But he's the CEO of Atlantic Global Asset Management. Here's your AGAM customer agreement. I know a lot of you got excited. You joined. You saw that long contract when you first signed up on both Atlantic Global Asset Management and QuestraWorld. And the first thing you did was, I agree, click, I agreed, and then that's it. Please go back and review the information. You know, it's very informative. It tells you a little bit more about the company, and this company is lawyered up. Okay, they're very specific. There's things that you can do that you probably wouldn't know that you can do, right? In terms of using their logos and marketing the business. It's pretty cool. So go ahead and read that. Okay. Now, this is the part where I'm going to show you that gets really interesting. Everyone that participates in Atlantic Global Asset Management, right, when you sign up on the main page, you're under the Atlantic Global Asset Management page. Well, as soon as you sign up, it will simultaneously create a second portal for you. That's called the QuestraWorld side. So you have private.atlanticgam.es. That's the Atlantic Global Asset Management side. That's the investment side. And then you have QuestraWorld.es, and that is the marketing arm. That's the marketing side. Okay? So anyone that joins, it will create that for you automatically, just in case you decide that you may want to share the information with someone else that wants to become, who wants to move from poor to rich to wealthy. So everyone starts at the 5% level. You can move up from the 5% to 7, to 9, to 10.5, to 12%, to 13%, all the way up to the 15%. Okay? You guys, this pay scale is flat out ridiculous, right? Now, I showed you, I'm going to go back and jump into my site here a little bit because I want documentation meets conversation again. I showed you that I joined on July the 9th. And not because of me, I'm a little bit talented, but not that talented, right? But I started on July the 9th, and my organization has produced in the last 13 weeks over $712,000 of volume. I'm currently at 6%. Here is I'm at 13%. So last week I actually I went from level 6. I'm from level 5 to level 6 in 1 week. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I went from level 5 to level 6 in about 2 weeks, and this is my second week as a level 6. All I need now is another 287,000 euros to go from level 6 to level 7. I'm currently at 13%, right? And now the cool part about this is that because I decided to share the opportunity with others, I currently have over $3,561 in volume, in bonus money, which is what we call QP, right? QP points. Let's go back over here. Let me show you how that works. So when you join again, it shows you that here's a career ladder promotion table. When you bring in 3,000 euros of investment dollars, you move from a newcomer to a bronze agent. When you go from a bronze agent to a silver agent, you need 25,000 euros, right? So not 25,000, but an additional 22,000 euros because you currently had 3,000. So now you go from a bronze to a silver, then you go from a silver to a gold, and then you invite another 25,000 euros for a total of 50,000, and you go to a gold agent, and they give you 2,000. I call these, because it's on the red side, 2,000 Questra points, right? These points can be converted into euros, and I'll demonstrate that tonight on our training. Also, here's a platinum agent. Once you have another 50,000 euros for a total of 100,000 euros, right, you'll go to a platinum agent. And to go from a platinum agent to a bronze director, you need $500,000 in volume. This is the cool part, you guys. It's all accumulative. It's all accumulative. It never goes away. Every euro invested with Atlantic Global Asset Management in your team benefits you, right? This is another cool thing I like about it. Anybody that's inside your organization, let's say someone comes in and they drop, let's say, everybody, you brought like 10 people in, and someone on the 5th level, right, comes in and drops 100,000 euro, right? And let's say you got $50,000, the people don't have that much money. It takes one person and to drop that amount of money, and guess what? It's a domino effect. Everybody in that leg or that lineage, everybody gets promoted. Their system is designed to promote from the very bottom all the way up, and no one can circumvent you. If someone dropped $1 million and they're in your organization, guess what? You're going to benefit too. And it's just amazing what they said, how they set this program up. Everyone is successful by default. Here we are at the bronze level. That's 50,000. It says something about the 20,000 euro. Let me go back to that real quick. I'm going to show you that too. It says here also, once you have achieved level 6 as a bronze director, you'll be flown out to one of the 4 corporate locations to sign your directorship. That can be Madrid, Spain. That can be Dubai, Singapore, or Turkey. Right? You'll be flown out to one of those 4 locations to sign your directorship. And as soon as you sign your directorship, let me show that to you here. Guess what I did to you once before. Right here it says, amount waiting. Your bonus is locked until your signing of your director's contract. Right? So I already have 20,000 euros pending here, and I'm literally roughly about 287,000 euros away from going to level 7. So when I get there and I sign my contract, not only will I receive the 20, but I'll get the 50. And if I take my 50 plus my 20 plus my 30, that's 100,000 euro. I'm making $5,000 a week every week, right? Again, I don't need $5,000, so I'm going to basically reinvest 75% of it because I want to compound it, right? So anyone, I mean, their program is flawless. You're going to make money whether you want to or not. So this is an awesome program. And oh, by the way, let me go back here. And as every person repurchases their packages every week, they're moving from a white to a yellow from a blue. I'm sorry. Their weekly profits they're earning, they're taking and they're buying more packages. Every time they buy a package, this helps your volume. It's added volume, it's adding the volume to your organization, to you, so that you can actually be pushed up to the higher levels. Ingenious. And here's how it kind of works. If you are at the 4th level, you're at 10.5%, and this member here is at 9%. You're going to get the difference between them and you, which is 1.5%. If you have a member that's at the level 1 and they're at 5% and you're at the 10.5%, right, you're going to get the difference between you and him, which is 5.5%. And here's another person here at level 2, the 7%, you're at 10.5%, you're going to get the difference of 3.5%, right? And this is how it works, you guys. And the cool thing about this, everybody is constantly moving. This thing is a living, breathing machine. It knows what's happening. It happens and triggers automatically. Bonuses are paid quickly. Everyone's happy. And now you guys look at this. There's a person I like to call every week, because when I speak to her, her whole entire demeanor has changed from woe is me to say, I just got paid again. Right? She's just so excited. People are, I mean, you can feel the energy when you speak to them. They are not the same anymore, because if you've been involved in life for the last 20, 30, 40 years, what has happened to you? Worked your job, didn't get the promotion, someone stole some money, got a divorce, someone died, the car broke down, and it's always negative, right? Not hardly anything positive, right? And your whole entire fight of your life is, I need money. I got to take care of some things. I can't do that right now because I need to make money. I'm working overtime. I need the money. I need on vacation. I need the money. A mom got sick. I need the money. Right? Kids going to college. I need the money. Car broke down. I need the money. Right? Someone stole my money. I need some more money. Right? It's this constant fight of us chasing this thing. And I tell you what, Atlantic Global Asset Management fixes that problem. It solves that problem. That is no longer a problem anymore. Your problem is, I got too much money. How I'm going to help somebody else. So that's what changed my mindset about this, because they have a true system. They have a system that really helps everyone to reach or to obtain their financial position in a lot in life. And again, you will get to go to fly out to Madrid, matter of fact, for several days. Top managers of QuestraWorld are testing directors and are preparing development plans for them to get more bonuses. They're going to pay you more money. As a matter of fact, they added 2 more levels. It was a level 11. They added 2 more, I think about 2 or 3 months ago. Now there's 13 levels, okay? Read your contract again. Oh, and by the way, when you do go out to sign your directorship, you also do a lie detector test. They want to see if you have any integrity in your body, as if you are about being honest and forthright with people, okay? They want to make sure that you're the type of person that they can trust, because you're going to be handling tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of millions of dollars. Right? This is a big deal, people, and I'm going to show you why this is a big deal in this next slide. It gets really important here. So what you have here is Atlantic Global Asset Management's 5-year global expansion plan. Now, the reason why I'm excited is because by the year 2021, they'll be going through the compliancy process so that they can have a brick-and-mortar business in the United States. I'm excited about that because when that happens, I want to set my business right next to a Charles Schwab or a what's the Charles Schwab? There's a Smith Barney, right? Or some type of investment entity there. I want to be the new kid on the block. Why? Because when I show up there, right, I'm going to advertise. We help our clients earn triple-digit rates return on their money. And the other guys there, the Smiths and Barneys and the Charles Schwab clients will go, what do you mean? Come over and watch our presentation. Come and see what we do. We're going to take all of their money and have it flow into our business. And once you are a director, that's why I'm working really hard to become a director, which I'm a level 6 director already in 13 weeks. But when you have your own office, do you know that Atlantic Global Asset Management, QuestraWorld, will pay for 70% of your office expenses, and you get a lawyer too. And you get a lawyer too. So anyone that envisions themselves being a director with Atlantic Global Asset Management long term, there is significant reward for you. Significant reward. You only can imagine what it's like to be a Bill Gates, right? That's no longer true. You can become a Bill Gates with the QuestraWorld. Now, and this is what they're doing. They are building the future for me and for you and for everyone who dares to dream again. I'm dreaming again. 90 days ago, I wasn't dreaming. I was frustrated and beat up like everybody else was. Don't talk to me about no opportunity or else I will slap you. I don't care what it is, right? It's all has changed. It's changed my life. So this right here actually concludes the partner side of Atlantic Global Asset Management. I'm not going to open up for any questions that a person may have, and then we'll roll right into training. And I went over my time. I do apologize. This gets really interesting when you're having fun here. So let's go and open this up. Perfect. Now, are there any questions as relates to the QuestraWorld partner side, right? Any questions at all? Going once, going twice. Great. I can finish the part of the training. I'm going to try to get done with this within like the next 13 minutes or 18 minutes so you guys can enjoy the rest of your evening. It's Friday night, and I got things I got to do too. My wife wants me to take her to dinner, so I want to get done with this myself. So hold on a second. We're going to. So now we finally made it to the training portion. And what I'm going to show you here in my back office how this works is this. I'm going to go and open this up. And I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to minimize. Okay, see that there. Perfect. So here I am. I'm in the QuestraWorld. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F5. I'm going to make sure I wasn't logged out. Okay, and I was logged out here. Okay, so what you see here is what you saw QP. QP stands for Questra points, right? So from last week to this week, I've earned $3,631.89 plus my other $2,500 some dollars from my rate of return. So this week alone, being involved with Atlantic Global Asset Management, I've earned over $6,000. Not bad for this week. So at this present time, I'm doing roughly around $24,000 a month, which is not bad for being involved with the business for 13 weeks, right? Not bad at all. So let me go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this money from my QuestraWorld to my Atlantic Global Asset Management side. So hold on a second. I'm going to hit this. It's real simple. You click on that arrow there. You come down here. Now, normally what I do is I actually like to highlight everything. I hate typing things, so I highlight this. Control C. Scroll down here. Paste. Hit next. It scrolls down. It even tells you too. Okay, it goes, hey, are you sure you want to exchange 36,031.89 to euros? See, Questra points to euros and save it into your current account? I say yes. I'm going to go to, before I do that, wait a second. Let me go over here because I got time down over here too. Okay. Okay, let me go here. Let me go here. I got to log back in. And the cool part I love about this, you guys, it is ultra secure. I'm using Google Authenticator Level 2, so, even though you may see my password, it don't matter. You're never going to get in and get none of my money anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and log in. And so I have currently in my account 24,310 euro. I'm going to go ahead and transfer over this other euro here and say next. And what you will see is that my QP points is now 0. So I took my points because I was, my team helped my team and people, well, actually, every time someone buys a package, I earn a commission rate. Now, let me say this too. If you bring somebody in, and let's say you're at 5% and they're at 5%, and someone comes in and they say dropped 100,000, right? The only person that's going to get the 5% is the person that brought that person in directly. If you're at the same 5% level as the person who you brought in, you will not earn a commission. It's kind of like collapsing, right? On a person's account, if it's or compression. It's like compression, right? So if you're not really qualified, you haven't done the work, you don't get the commission. Now, you may not get the commission, but you do capture the volume. The volume is important because that volume, you're not going to get paid now, but you will get paid later because you was responsible for doing work. It's kind of cool, right? Even though you didn't directly bring that person in because you didn't do the work, but you benefit from the volume, right? And you still get paid. These guys are genius, right? So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to log in. I'm going to hit F5. It's going to change from 24,000 to 27,000. So it's 27,942 euros in my account, right? So I now can invest this, and I'm going to go, I actually buy a black package. I'm not going to buy it because it's going to do something else with this. So, but I actually can go and buy a black package, right? And that's how it works because I have some goals here personally, and I could talk to you about strategy too if you want to hear about that. But that's how you actually move money from QuestraWorld directly over into your AGAM. Right? That's how you do that. It's really simple. Okay. What else did I want to show you or let's talk to you about? I think that's about it for tonight. Since it's 7:16, I'm going to open up for QA. And if you guys have any other questions, we can go there. Okay. Let's open up one more time. All right. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. This is a great time for you to. All right, here's a question here. Thank you, Rich. Hey, Rich, go ahead and ask your question, sir.
Hi, Sean. It's Rich and Glenda Yaloa.
Hi, how are you guys doing this evening?
Good. So when we deposit, like take from our Bitcoin and deposit, that will deposit into QuestraWorld, and then we'll transfer it to Atlantic Global?
Yeah, the way it works is, and I've done this for you guys, is that if you've already purchased your Bitcoin from Coinbase, I like Coinbase. I have never had any problems with Coinbase at all whatsoever. On the website, I actually put a video here There's 2 videos, as a matter of fact. I haven't been so busy, I haven't got a chance to take the other one down yet. But here, video number 1, the difference between video number 1 and this second video here is this video here has some text messages, right? It's actually some information. It's the same video, but I added text and it tells you what to do, right?
Okay.
And you can pause it and stop it, and it shows you how to transfer funds from Coinbase to AGAM, and it's number 2, right? So it's all set up step by step by step with text messages. I may eventually get around to doing a video, an audio one, but I haven't had the time to get around to it. But this here is really good, right? You can do it. You can stop it, pause it, rewind it, and go through the process. And it shows you how to move your money from Coinbase directly into AGAM.
So we don't have to deposit it into QuestraWorld first.
No, QuestraWorld is your own. No, you can't do. No, you don't do that anyway. QuestraWorld is primarily based on people within your organization purchasing packages. And when they purchase packages, that's where you earn your commission in Questra points.
Okay, so that commission goes to QuestraWorld, and that's what we'll transfer.
That is correct.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for asking the question, Linda. Thank you so much. All right, Eric. All right. Hey, Eric, thank you for asking your question. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing well. How can I help you? What's the question I can answer for you?
Not so much as a question is, could you possibly go over the strategy we're talking about maybe after the Q&A?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys want to stay, we still got about 10 more minutes. I would love to explain to you my own personal strategy, okay? And you know, I'm going to stick to it because it's working for me. But I would definitely do that for sure. Not a problem, Eric.
Okay, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay. Are there any more questions? Let me get one more here, I think. One more? No? Okay. All right. Well, great. Hopefully I did a pretty good job. Hope you guys appreciate the information. It took a while to be able to understand it and be able to explain everything clearly. Hopefully I did a good job of doing that. But let's talk about my own personal strategy. Me personally, when I got involved with this, I really had to sit down and think about what's the best possible approach for me to retire myself and my wife. And my wife hasn't worked in 13 years, and my promise to her is that she never will work ever again in her life. And guess what? It feels so good to hold true to a statement that, you know, that I was questioning about 2 years ago, right? And I actually put my wife in. So what I actually have done with her is I put her into my program. She is one of the people in my group. I'm going to scroll down here to my group. Let me go back over here. I'm going to go to dashboard. And I'll say this, you guys, if you wanted to be able to achieve the type of, you know, success that I'm having, honestly, really what it boils down to is this. How many people do you truly want to help and bless? That's what it boils down to, right? So after I changed my heart condition and my mindset, I then began, excuse me, to help people. Let me make this a bit bigger. And I brought a number of people in. So in my group, let's go back here. So my group is not me, it's my group now. In 13 weeks have grown from 0 to 322 people. Out of the 322 people, 182 are active and have funds invested. Just this week, 30 people have registered, 19 have funded their accounts. Statistics for the past week was 33 people registered and 17 have funded their account. So this thing shows you a good blow-by-blow what's happening with the growth of your organization. Everything just happens so fast, right? It happens really fast. So, you know, if you put the work and lay down the foundation properly, it's not a question of if, it's a matter of when. And then in terms of your financial goals, right, in terms of your financial goals, you have to reassess every week your goal for the next week, because it changes every single week. Every person that's a part of your organization, they're gonna deposit 90 euro, 2430, 21,000, you know, even 100,000. I got a guy I'm gonna be bringing in. Matter of fact, next week he's dropping 100,000. Right? That changes my whole entire dynamics and forces me to go to a level 7 quicker than what I had actually anticipated. As a matter of fact, I thought that when I started this in July, and because my level of understanding wasn't I didn't really understand Questra that much, I said, well, you know, January, the end of January, I should be a level 6. We're in October. I still got November and December and January. I have 90 days. I've hit my goal 90 days because I didn't expect QuestraWorld to do this. I didn't understand it enough. Now I understand this. You will become wealthy if you decide to do or stay here and work this program. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working this program. I'm not deviating. People come to me with all types of programs. I tell them, get out of here, go kick rocks, because it doesn't make no sense to deal with something that's a maybe when you got something that is that's actually here working. So now, people that have gotten in, this is the cool part about this program, you guys. What this is a list of people in your organization that allows you to follow up with them to see where they are. And I use this all the time. I say, okay, who's put money in? This person put money in, person put money in. I see what they invested over here. I see what they're doing, right? They're investing money. It's okay, great. But some people are not investing money. Now, also, too, I'll say this. When you do register somebody, please make sure where it says nickname under profile section. Let me go here. Please make sure under profile, they put their nickname. They put a name, not no name that you don't know who they are, because this is the cool part. If one of your members are short 90 euros, or let's say they're short 10 euros to buy a package, and you have euros sitting in your account, right? He calls, hey, are you short? Do you need to buy another package, or else they may call you? It happened to me in a number of different times. Hey, can you send me 10 euros so I can buy this $90 package? I'd rather have it invested than sit there for a whole week. And I'll say, absolutely. Why is that a good thing? Because guess what? I can send you 10 euros that's sitting in my account doing nothing. I get paid a commission off an investment package, and then when Friday comes, he sends me back my money. It works like a champion. So you're making money all the time. So it's very important that your people fill out that section, and not just a name, you know, unless you know who they are. Some people I do know who they are, but just make up a name or leave it blank. Leaving it blank is the worst thing you can do, right? I can't follow up with this person. I don't know who they are. I can't help them. I don't know who they are. So make sure that people put money in. Another cool part too is this. This guy right here, he actually just said, hey, all I want to do is invest my money. And he started off with about 5,000. And he put more money in. He's like, man, I put more money in. He put more, he did it on his own. He see that it's working, right? And the cool part is this. Get people into the program. Let them get in with a 90-euro package. What's so important about that is that every week, automatically, they'll get an email. You make 5.1%. It's like a built-in follow-up system, right? You know, you have those funnel systems that'll send an email to tell you, hey, we got this. You know, did you know that we did this or did that or did this or did that? Atlantic Global Asset Management does it for you automatically. So when you're sitting on a lot of revenue, you want to help somebody, I give them 90 euro. What that 90 euro is, it's an investment in the lead generation system that's going to send them rate of return every week. You make 5.1, 4.4, 6.2, 7.1 over and over every week because they have to one package. So it's going to milk on them for a whole year, right? For a whole year. And you say, hey, have you been getting your emails? Oh yeah, I have. Have you logged in your account? Oh yeah, how much you got in there? Hey, you got enough for another package. Buy you another 90-euro package. Oh, I want to buy that. Bam, to buy. Guess what? That's a whole another year since we're going to milk on them again. Guess what? Eventually, they're going to get it. And eventually, they're going to be like, I'm going to add some more money. Hey, Sean, do you think you can you try to walk me through and adding some more money on this? Sure, not a problem. Help you do it anytime. Guess what? It happened a number of times. People do it. He did it. This guy did it here. This guy did it here. You know, it just happens automatically. So that's the cool part. And it also allows you to follow up people as well. So it's really a great system if you look at it from that perspective. So let me go back to here. So this is my spouse here. This is the cool part, you guys. This money here is money that I've earned. So it shows 30,000 in my account, 20,000 here. That's $50,000 I've earned with Atlantic Global Asset Management in 13 weeks. Right? That doesn't include this week either. Right? So roughly around almost close to $60,000 I've earned in 13 weeks, right? And I've taken that money and I invested in her. But in addition to that, I helped build her organization because she don't have no interest in this at all whatsoever. But I do. I care about my wife. I'm going to take care of her. And people start putting money in, 900 here, 90 here, 7,000 here, 9,000 here, 3,000 here, 7,000 here, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm helping people that I know, 540, some people I got to follow up with here. I got to follow, this person called me today. I got to take care of him, follow up with his brother. I got to call this guy. He's been too busy. This lady, she doesn't answer the phone. You know, I already know who my people are. This guy I got to get, so I follow up with him. So it gives you information on how to track your organization. But I did it for her because now she'll never ever have to work again. So she has her own money, which is actually roughly close to 20,000 that she's going to be investing and doing the same thing my account is doing. So let's go over here. Just kind of see what that looks like for her, because in reality, she's living off my money. She won't touch her money. So let me go over here. So it's the 19,530. Let's plug this guy over here in the calculator over here. So I showed you the money I'm going to have in 4 years, right? So this money I'm having 4 years in my account, 30,000, right? 67 million. Let's drop it over here into her account, right? Now, if you didn't add any more money, we're doing a very conservative 4.5% rate of return for the next 4 years. So let's go ahead and do the calculation on this and see what's going to happen. So we got 67 million plus 40 million. We're running close to $107 million 4 years from today. So I think 107 million is better than 67 million. So, and the cool part about this is that every time she buys a package, guess what happens? My account increases. Let's just kind of scroll down here. Watch this. Let's look at this from, you know, I look at things from, I want you guys to know is this, you know, if you're involved with this, afford what you can, put in what you can afford to invest for anywhere between 8 to 12 months. Why is that so important? I'm going to show you why. Because, let's go here. Let me see. Let me go here in the last 4 weeks. I'm going to do this here. Here. This is what's so important. Watch this. Let me go back up here. Let's go here. Keep on going. Keep going. Here. Start week 139. You know what? Let's go further than that. Let's go back a little bit further. Let's go back here. Let's go back to where, okay, at 112th week, that's, you know, roughly 2 years, right? She's buying 39,000. She's earning $39,000 off her own personal account. She's living with me, so we're living off my account, right? As an example, right? Or vice versa, I'm living off her account. When she buys when she spends 39,000 euros, I'll probably more likely be at 14 or 15%. She's going to be at. Let's say she's at. I think she's at 10.5%. So I'm going to make 3% every time she spends 39,000 euros every week. This is every week, right? And she's reinvesting this money. So this week is 39,000. Next week is 41,000. Then week after that is 43,000, 44, etc. Let's go down a little bit further. This is what happens in the latter week. I think it's really important we see that happens in the latter part, because this is what I talk about being patient. Invest what you can afford, not to lose, but to compound. Okay? Someone told me that. They heard that on a video. The guy says, well, only invest what you can afford to lose. I said, well, that last statement is not applicable here, because the question doesn't lose money. They make money. So you got to kick that out, and I say this: invest what you can afford to compound, right? So let's get down here to the last. Here, just do these last weeks. This is the last 201st week here, right? This is towards her moving towards her third year. And this is important, you guys. This is where your money starts to do some crazy things. She's now buying 920,000 euros. She's buying nine $100,000 packages. I'm getting 4% of that. Awesome. That week. The week after that. The week after that. Oh, 10 100,000 euro packages. So I get what? 4% of 100,000 is what? 4,000? 4,000 times 10 is 40,000. That's 40,000 added to my account. You see the strategy? It makes so much sense. You'll make way more money if you have, you want to help, bring in your wife. If you have children that are, 18 years or older, they have to be 18 years or older, have a valid license or ID, right, and have some type of utility bill or bank statement to participate in Atlantic Global Asset Management. My daughter's will be 18 on December 10th, and you best know it, I'm setting up her an account, right? But look here. Look at the last week, 208. That's $1.18 million. You get 4%. What's 4% of 1.4? That's $40,000. That's over $44,000 for the week, just off the one. Can you use $44,000 a week? Pays for your mortgage, food, another trip around the world. That's just off the commission for that week. You guys get it? I'm really excited about this thing. I am really, really excited because everyone's going to make money. Okay, here's some questions here. All right, let me open this up here. And all right, here we go here. Oh, sure, absolutely, yeah. So basically, I have another strategy. It's on the website. Because I've been in this system in the United States for 48 years, 49 years, the government, the IRS, has had their share of my money for the last time. Me personally, I am going to set up another account. I have a Forex account. I'm going to set up, and I'm going to put money away in that. At least $100,000 by the end of maybe by the middle of January. I have $100,000 in that account, and I'm going to basically pull out 10 to 12,000 out of that account every single month, right? That money I'm going to deposit into my bank account, so it shows a history of income being earned, so I can play in the system traditionally, right? It shows that, hey, he does make this money, he makes it offline, he's a Forex trader, he's making money. If I want to buy a house, I use that income for income qualification or verification of income, proof of income. That's what I use that for, right? I don't have to worry about my account and my wife's account in terms of that. But if I do need money on our website, there is something called a BitPay card. It's on the website here. It's right here. Someone told me something about the Shift Pay, and it's a Shift Pay card. I looked into that too, and what I found was that between the BitPay and the Shift Pay, even though the fees are lower on the Shift Pay, you only can, the maximum amount of cash you can draw out is either $200 or $400. With the BitPay, you can pull without, you can withdraw up to $3,000 a day. So there's a difference there. You can load up to $25,000 on your BitPay, and with your Shift card, I think it's only a few thousand. So even though the BitPay has a little more fees, I'm okay with that because I can pull out $3,000 like that in case something happens right away. Shift card limited to $200 to $300, $500 at a time, which is okay depending on your where you are within the system. But you can order as many BitPay cards as you want, by the way. Right, so you may have BitPay card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's $250,000. You're looking at over 30,000 of liquid accessible income that day. So that's kind of like my strategy with this card. That's what I'm going to be doing, and because there is no authority reporting my income, because Atlantic Global Asset Management, they're an offshore company. Their laws don't apply to the United States, so therefore there's no reporting, so there's nothing shown there. And the fact that I'm putting my money or converting my income here, I'll show you this right here. So if I'm in Atlantic Global Asset Management, I go to my account, I'll go and withdraw my money, I say next, I scroll down, I says, oh, I can withdraw my money in either Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think I'm going to take it out in Bitcoin, right? Hit next, and I can pull out any amount I want, any amount that shows up here. I can pull out the whole 27,000 if I want, or this is in Bitcoin, well actually in euros. So I can take 27,000 euros, copy and paste it here, hit next, and notice it has my Bitcoin wallet address. I sent money here before because I wanted to test it out, and I got my money. So it took about 7 days. I made a request on Friday. My funds showed up on Wednesday at around 10 o'clock p.m. And it was in the form of Bitcoin. So again, I'll send my Bitcoin that was sent to my Coinbase account, and I send it directly over to BitPay. The reason why you can't send Bitcoin directly from Questra to BitPay, the BitPay card is waiting for about 15 minutes, waiting for the payment to occur. And we know because Questra or Atlantic Global Asset Management won't process that request until about 5 or 6 days. Have it sent to your Coinbase account. Then from your Coinbase account, then you send it from your Coinbase directly over to your BitPay. And it'll show up that way, and you'll see it happen like that, okay? So that's how you do that, all right? All right, do we have any more questions? 2 more questions? So here we're Eric. Okay, perfect. Yes, Eric. Next question, please, sir.
Yes, sir. So if I have my my own personal self and then my business in, you talked about setting up another. You can possibly set up another account even after that.
Yeah, if you want to set up a business entity, your back office would differ than an account with the person that comes in. When you come in as a person, if you come in as a corporate entity, you have to come in with a minimum of 100,000 euro.
Correct. I know. Yeah.
Right.
I know that part. Yeah.
Right. And then you only can transact business in $100,000 or euro denominations. So you can't do the merging and none of that stuff. You come with 100,000. You must be a big net worth guy because everything you do is in millions, right? So that's a person who chooses to do that. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
All right.
But could you set up another account, another regular personal account?
Nope. One person per person.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. All right. Next person we have here is going to be 2651. What's your name, please?
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
Great call, man.
Thank you, sir.
My question is, since we don't have to, are required to leave our Social Security number, how do they know what's taxable? In other words, when are we supposed to pay taxes on this money that we withdraw?
So basically, again, this is based on an individual person's position and based on your understanding of taxes. If you convert your cash and you deposit it into if you send your Bitcoin to Coinbase, right, and you wish to withdraw money from your or convert the Bitcoin to cash, there is actual. I put this on the website here for you guys again. Again, I want to be thorough, and your tax person may not have the expertise or the knowledge to understand what's supposed to take place as relates to taxes. So therefore, I put here on the website, there's an IRS versus Coinbase ruling, and then there's a Coinbase versus IRS ruling. Read these 2 documents. It tells you that you can withdraw up to about $20,000 without triggering some type of particular audit, right?
Okay.
And that's from a Coinbase to a bank account exchange. If you do from a bank to bank, it's going to be 10,000. You know that right away. They're going to want to wonder where that money came from. And that's now also that's only if you are conducting business on a personal account. Let me show you how to get around that, you guys. It's real simple. You go to the bank, you open up a bank account, call it doing a DBA, doing business as. Guess what? You can also, and also what you can do is you can go to the IRS.gov website and apply for an EIN number, right? Use that EIN number, open up your DBA, doing business as, boom, you're done. It takes a week to get that set up. And you can start to do business and not have them look at you as an individual. They look at you as a business. That's the cool part, right? It didn't cost you anything to go set up a corporation or anything like that at all, unless you are into doing that. But I'm just showing you a real simple way to do it. If you're not that, if you don't have the resources to go and buy a corporation right now, guess what you can do? That's what I did. I went, I filed for my EIN number. They sent it to me. What's your business? Tillery Advisory Services. Bam, open my bank account. Guess what? It's viewed as a business account. It's simple. Okay? And then again, for a tax purpose, Dan, you have to do with whatever cash you take out. If your bank triggers an audit, you better have good documentation on what it is you're doing. So it's based on your own personal knowledge, okay? That's how it works. Okay? All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. 3506. Oops, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. 350. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I'd like to know when you merge two accounts, like two $90 accounts or two €90 accounts, does it start, does the 360 days start at that point, at the merger point, or at the original investment point?
The original investment point. So here's an example. If you have 3 packages, let's say one's 8 months old, one's 6 months old, and one you just purchased, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take 1 plus 6 plus 8 is 14, so 14, 15, you got 15. Divide that by 3. You'll be paid for the next 7 months, right? It does a great, it shows you how long you get. Once you merge them, it'll show you how much time or how many days you're going to earn on that package, okay? So when someone said, well, Sean, what if I had 3 yellow packages and they're all going to expire tomorrow? And if I merge them tonight before tomorrow after the trade, let's say tomorrow's Friday or today's Friday, right? You say you merge them, 1 week before. What happens is it's going to say, well, it just still that green package, it'll pay you out next week, but it'll pay you at the green level, but that package still will expire because you only have a week left on it. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank
the
you.
system, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, we have some more questions here. Let me answer these questions here. Let me see. Yeah, thanks anyway. Laughing out loud. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's all the questions there. Well, perfect. Well, you guys, hopefully, let me see here. Hopefully I was able to answer a lot of your questions. Hopefully I was able to, provide you with a full understanding of what Atlanta Global Asset Management is. And again, I thank you so much for your time and your participation. And again, we'll be doing this next week. You guys take care. Have a wonderful evening. God, take care and God bless.